YouTube, it's Teamironman here with another deck profile. This is the new renovated Royal Paladin deck. So far, this deck is almost everywhere now. Thanks to one card. Thanks to Paladins. He's retarded. Yeah, I'll break it down for you as soon as I explain the lineup. Obviously, you're playing a starter for the Galahad, the Grade 0 dog. It's a free ride chain plus. Free ride once per turn if you get it off. 4 critical lose. I just want to hollow out my deck as much as possible. I prefer if you run 4 of Epona, but I run 4 lose. Running 4 in the Owl. Running 1 of the Epona, unfortunately. I run 9 crits just for the fact that I feel like having 2 Paladins on the side, going up to the magic number, making my opponent need to discard 2 cards to block the attack, and most of the time they're not going to have it. So I want to be as aggressive as I can with the deck. 4 heals standard. Only 3 draw triggers. I recommend playing on these 3 just for the fact that yes, I do play 1 random Soul Saver in here, and I'll explain why. I played 4 Ethos Shields. This was the iffy card. I was actually planning to play 3 of them because there's really no space for the whole deck lineup. But you need 4 perk shields for the format for Azel, for Amon, for any monster, any Vanguard that can go over 40k or 30k. You need a perk shield. Obviously for the Galahad, number 1, grade 1, free ride chain. Only 2 to the 8k vanilla Marin. I really don't have space left. 2 Pongo. It's the 7k, searches out for Soul Saver, kind of less 1. And 2 Toy Bungo, the broken grade 1 that goes up to 9k by himself. 3 Blaster Blades. He's still great against Narukami, Kagerus. Pretty much evens out the field. 4 the grade 2 Galahad. Free ride chain, like I said, it's plus. 2 Galantine, the 10k vanilla, don't have that much space. And 2 the high dog breeder Akane. Her effect kind of lets 2 search out for any high beast Royal Paladin dog, so she could search out for Pongo, Toy Pongo, or Margle. Now for grade 3s, we have Soul Saver. One of the trump cards. I was considering playing 2, but there's no point. I figured as much as playing 2, yeah, that it's overdoing it, but 1's good enough because, like I said, you want to switch off for it as soon as possible with Pongo. I'm sorry. 3 Alfreds. He's still pretty broken Alfred because consistent, more consistent than Azel. Like I said, you want to use the Vanguard. As soon as you draw him, you should win. Which is the fact, him as the starting Vanguard and having 2 Paladins inside, that should equal victory. I play 4 Paladins instead of 3, just the fact that most of the time when I play Paladins, my opponents want to focus their attacks on them. And at times I'm like, well, they're attacking my grade 3 rear, which does nothing absolutely, so might as well let it die. But Paladins is one of the best grade 3s, best grade 3s on the rears at the moment, just for the fact that his effect is easy to get. It gains 3k when you have another grade 3 in the field, so basically you put this on the rear when you have Alfred in the Vanguard, it gains 3k by itself. So his attack could go up to 21 or 20k with an 8k Marin or a 7k Pongo or a 9k Toy Bungo. So yeah, his attack can become the magic number, making my opponents use up to 2 cards, a 10k and a 5k to block. And yeah, alright, so now I'll explain how this deck works. Basically, start off free ride chain with the top 5 cards. Obviously, this deck is about plussing the first 2 turns, so hopefully you get this effect off right, so you get a free ride chain into Galahad number 1. Now his effect, same thing, it just goes into the top 5 cards for the grade 2. Like I said, it's a +1 every turn. You don't have to waste a card to ride. So yeah, ride into the grade 2 Galahad. Same effect for the grade 3, but we're not playing the grade 3. Haha, that's the shocker right there. And yeah, but remember, if you're playing this build, you have to remember the fact that this effect activates no matter what. Even if you don't have the grade 3 Galahad, you still have to activate this effect to search for the top 5 cards. So, the first 2 ride chains are free +1s. So grade 1, grade 2, you want the plus in order to have advantage over your opponent. Now, the main plan for this deck is to go Alfred as the Vanguard. And then after that, it's going to be Paladins on the sides. So, you're going to have a 20k Vanguard, if you have a full field, I'm saying. And then you're going to have 2 Paladins on both the rears with 8ks behind them, powering them up, making them 21ks or 20ks, making the magic number, making your opponent discard up to 2 cards per turn. Now, Paladins is one of the best cards at the moment for Royal Paladins, just for the fact that it devours my opponent's hand. It makes them... Basically, I want my opponent to discard 6 cards per turn to defend, or 5 if possible. Because if you're only making your opponent discard 4 cards or 3 cards per turn, the match is going to take forever. This deck is supposed to be as aggro as possibly could be. Now, you definitely have, if you look up the forums, you could definitely see this deck up on the forums. People were playing the Galahad build. I repeat, I did not create this deck. I'm just using it out. It's not the exact same cards as the forum had it to be, but whoever created this deck, good job. This deck is working awesome. And yeah, but he played 2 Soul Saver, but I really think Soul Saver is recommended at 1, just for the fact that you can switch off for 1 with Pongal. So yeah, this is my Royal Paladin deck update. If you guys have any comments, comment below. If you guys like it, subscribe. If you guys think, I should take out a card or add a card, let me know. I'll take any opinions at all. So yeah. So whatever you guys think, just let me know. This is my Royal Paladin deck for Teamironman12 here. And yeah, later YouTube.